Well, another serious problem forces Japan's two largest airlines to ground their fleets of Boeing 787 Dreamliners. The pilot of 787 made an emergency landing after receiving a cockpit message showing battery problems, followed by a burning smell. 129 passengers had to use those chutes to get off the Dreamliner. Shortly after, both ANA and Japan Airlines announced that all of their 787s would undergo safety inspections. Now, this is just the latest in a growing list of problems for Boeing. Last week in the U.S., the FAA announced a comprehensive review of the Dreamliner after a string of 5 serious incidents in 5 days last week. Let's talk about it with Peter Goelz, a former managing director of the National Transportation Safety Board. It's a brand new airplane. It's a huge component of Boeing's future, and Boeing, frankly, is a big component of this nation's exports. How big a problem is this? Just teething pains, Peter, or something more serious?
Well, I think it's concerning, but I don't think it's something, that's going to rattle the company or rattle the industry. All new aircraft, virtually all, have, as you said, teething problems. I mean, the A380, the Airbus Super Jumbo, was grounded by Qantas for almost 3 weeks, shortly after they introduced it for wing cracks. So these kinds of problems need to be addressed. They are being addressed, but I don't think it's going to be a game changer for Boeing.
Airbus is Boeing's biggest competitor. They went with the A380. That's their new generation plane. It's monstrous. It's got double decks. It flies hundreds of people. The Dreamliner is a different approach. Boeing is betting that people are going to like more space, more comfort, and the airlines are going to like the fuel efficiency of this plane.
Absolutely. The Dreamliner is a radically different approach. I mean, it is got extraordinary distance and economy. It's got great comfort inside, and it is a radically new use of avionics and electronics. It's quite a plane, and Boeing is betting that it's the future of aviation.
There aren't many of them flying. I guess there are about 50 of them so far that have rolled off the assembly lines. How would you feel about flying on one right now?
I would love to get on one. I have toured it while it's on the ground, but I'd love to fly one. As I say, these are incidents. It's important that the governments, that the transportation authorities look and try and track it down. But I think we'll see the Dreamliner in Japan up and flying again in a few short days. I think it's going to have a great future.
I mean, to be fair, a couple of the incidents were fuel leaks, 40 gallons of fuel in one case
right.
that poured out onto a runway. In the scope of things, that's a pretty minor incident.
It is a minor incident. Where the attention is going to be focused is on the extensive use of lithium-ion batteries to help charge and run the aircraft. These batteries can be troublesome. The NTSB is investigating the issue in Boston, and I think the FAA is going to take a hard look at the certification process that went through it. So, I mean, I think it's a good plane. It is a revolutionary design. I think they're going to come through this just fine.
I'm looking to fly on one too. Peter Goelz, thanks for sharing your expertise.
Thank you.